And we're moving into sports, and we're going to be talking about the UEFA Champions League finals briefly, which is going down tonight between Liverpool and Real Madrid. And we have our sports presenter in the studio with us talking about Adeniyi Ajisafe. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right, so there's been a lot of build-up, to today or tonight, if I may say. So how is it going? Tell us a bit about it.
Well, even though we're in Nigeria at least, but we know that it's actually hot number over there in France, Paris precisely, Stade de France, where fans of Liverpool, the Cops, the Reds as they call them, and the fans of Los Merengues or Los Blancos, if you want to call them that way, they are also, both sides, it's like a fight to finish because today is a battle. Why? 4 years ago, we witnessed the final that actually got Real Madrid a win. 3-1, it ended, and it's like a revenge mission for the Cops because they want to we can't just continue to be
whooping boys.
So we want to turn things around this time around, and for the fact that the man that did that then is no longer there, Sergio Ramos is now although in another team in France now, he'll be there to watch but not to play. And you have the player that actually, a lot of people were looking at what he would do in that game, which he got injured, Mohamed Salah. And tonight, he has a chance to turn this around now, since the nemesis is no longer there. Let him go and play his football.
But I think Karim Benzema has been in devastating form this season. I mean, like, his numbers are absolutely phenomenal when you look at it both domestically and in the Champions League. He has been killing it for Real Madrid. Do you think he'll be able to make a difference in this final?
I think the battle is about Real Madrid as a team. I love the fact that you mentioned Karim Benzema. Since late in form this season, he has really been there and he knows what is at stake. Yes, he can do it. That is if they play as a team. I love the fact that Real Madrid are no longer doing that. This is our star player. Yes, we know Benzema still stands out one way or the other, but working together as a team, we've seen what they did, how they were able to dislodge all the team they faced to get to the final. Man City, mentioned them, Chelsea and all that. And for Real Madrid, just to dwell on the question you asked, if Benzema can actually deliver, yes, he can. He can, and I added the statement that if the whole team works together, it's not only about Benzema.
Because the midfield has to work.
The midfield has to start from Luka. What can Modric do?
And we know what Modric can actually do, that delicious assist.
And then when you are mentioning Luka, always remember that Fabinho too is fit now, is ready for Liverpool. So it's going to be a kind of fight between, can Fabinho actually hold it back? What I mean is that, if you place them 2-2 against one and all each other, you look at, Modric, Fabinho, Van Dijk, Benzema. You'll be wondering, can Van Dijk actually hold Benzema down? Vinicius Junior, you remember what the young man can also do. He's there. And you look at David Alaba. But David Alaba is a player that, he's just coming back from injury. Can he hold Salah? Is it possible? Then you think of Sadio Mane, a player that, even though he's a bit underrated, but I see him as for me, outstanding player for Liverpool.
No, the thing is, I don't think the right. I think he's unsung.
Seriously, unsung.
Because I mean, if you look at Mane's numbers are absolutely phenomenal.
Liverpool is actually lucky that he's a very humble player. If he's a proud player, he will have been calling for so many things. And that's why Bayern Munich are actually knocking at the door to get that player out of their hands.
And there is a very serious chance that he might consider going there. You understand? Because you mean, like, he's been living under Salah's shadow for a long time in Liverpool, and I don't think that's going to last. And once they bring in good numbers, I think he'll be tempted. He'll be tempted.
Okay, Adeniyi. Now, what is actually your prediction for today's game?
Well, I think the match to predict will be very difficult. The reason why I'm saying that is because it looks like a revengeful kind of mission for Liverpool.
But where are you leaning towards?
Well, someone actually asked me before I actually got to the studio.
Red or white?
It's a bit dicey. You know why? Real Madrid, as we know, 13 times champions of this particular cup. They want to actually make it
14.
More grand, kind of that. Yes, we are trying to go for 14.
That's double the next person.
Yes, and you look at Liverpool, they've done it 6 times. They are looking for the 7th.
Yes.
And they are like, 4 years ago, You defeated us 3-1.
Wow.
This time around, over there in Kiev, we want to make it in France. We want to at least prove a point that we are not just your whipping child. We want to tell Real Madrid we want to defeat them.
Now,
So that's why it's dicey.
Considering that Real Madrid has actually won 14 times, do you
13
think... 13 times.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Do you think Liverpool is actually prepared
Yes,
to win
they
the
are
cup?
very prepared. Both teams. That's why I say both teams are actually very prepared. Both teams, in fact, they are ready for this. I'm not seeing. Okay, this one is less. This one is no. Both of them are equal to the task.
But we looked at individual players. We looked at Fabinho, Cruz, Modric, Benzema. Now let's look at the bench. Jurgen Klopp, Carlo Ancelotti. Could a difference be made there?
That's why the game is a bit very tactical. Why? Both coaches right now, the two managers are very, very sound managers. They are not the kind of manager that are fidgeting when it comes to making substitution. They're the kind of manager that doesn't know who to put in or who will I feature first. They know their onions when it comes to football management. So if we were to be a manager that is a bit kind of fearful, I would have been like, okay, this one might have a mistake of picking this player wrongly. But you look at Ancelotti, he's calm, matured, he's been there, won everything he needs to win. Jurgen Klopp has also done the same thing from Germany down to EPL with Liverpool. In fact, the day Liverpool appointed Jurgen as their manager, they got it so right. He has gotten that key to that club. And now, you look at the two coaches, a manager, whatever name you want to call them, you see balance. Who are you going to tilt towards? Both of them are very balanced. Even though Carlo appeared to be more calm, but
when it comes to the Champions League,
yes,
he's missed the Champions League. Do not forget, he has more titles than a lot of clubs.
And then you remember that Jurgen Klopp too.
Yes,
he's a coach who knows what he needs to do.
He's won the Champions League.
Now,
but Carlo Ancelotti has more titles, more Champions League titles than Manchester United.
And that doesn't matter now. You know what matters now is the fact that the two teams, either you won it before, what matters most is tonight. What is going to happen tonight? History at times beckons a result, but if you know how to play a game very well, you may actually erase history. Liverpool tonight, if they do the right thing, they can erase history.
Exactly.
And if Real Madrid continue to do what they used to do, they can add more.
Well, I know a lot of, you've actually not answered the previous question, because I know a lot of Chelsea fans are leaning towards Liverpool, you know, winning the match.
Yeah, because they're from England. But yeah, seriously, if you are leaning towards Liverpool, you also, that's why I say it's balanced. You also lean towards what Ibrahim said, Ancelotti and his team. When you begin to mention these players' names, you will like, oh, maybe this one will win. And you tilt towards Liverpool, oh, they have all these stars. That's why it's very balanced. It's 50-50. Anyone can win. Despite the fact that some are saying 2-0, I saw Gira say it's going to be 2-0 in favor of Liverpool. Of course, you are a former legend of Liverpool. What do you expect?
Of course, he will say that. If you ask Sergio Ramos, he'll tell you.
Sergio Ramos, he will say 2-0 or 3-0.
Exactly, for Real Madrid.
For us now, I believe in the area of management, talking about the technical crew, I think it's balanced. In the area of players, player to player, both of them are okay. They have enough time to rest. Nobody's complaining about anything, even though Jurgen Klopp was talking about the pitch. But when they stepped on the pitch, it was like, well, this pitch is okay. So nothing to complain about. Just go there and do the business of doing what? Saying that, okay, your team, they have chance to get about 3.24 million pounds as a winning bonus for tonight. Then both of them qualifying for the final, they have access to have 13.1 million pounds for going to the final. And if Real Madrid wins, they get 102 million pounds. If they lose, they get 98 million pounds. If Liverpool wins, they get 93 million pounds. You see that
it's a win-win.
in totality for being part of the league, that is Champions League from beginning to the end. You see how juicy that competition is? And for all the 32 teams, they are accessible to 13.1 million pounds. So that's why the competition is very, very, very competitive.
Well, I'm actually sure you'd analyze this more in-depthly, you know, on your show. That's on 360 Sports, coming up at about 10 a.m.
Sure.
We'll have to, you know, let you go for now. Thank you so much for joining us at Dini Ajishafe.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.